For years, Yahki Awakened became one of the most recognizable voices promoting fruit-based eating. His message was simple: fruit, natural foods, detoxification, and for many followers, fruit wasn't just food. It was viewed as a path toward better health. But recently, something changed. In a recent Instagram video, Yahki explained why he no longer recommends an all-fruit approach for everyone. Specifically, he discussed concerns surrounding fatty liver and individual metabolic differences. And that got me thinking, not about Yahki, not about veganism, and not even about fruit. It got me thinking about something much bigger. What if the fruits we're eating today are not the same fruits people were eating generations ago? Under Yahki's video, one comment stood out. A commenter named Sunshine Sia wrote, "Slowly but surely we see the changes. Soon we're beginning to understand that the fruits and vegetables of today are not the same." There's been little to no human research on these new fruits and vegetables. Whether you agree with that statement or not, it's an interesting question, because historically speaking, our food has changed a lot. To understand why, we need to go back several decades. During the 1970s, governments and researchers became increasingly concerned about future food shortages. Population growth was accelerating. Many experts worried that food production might struggle to keep up. Those concerns eventually helped shape major policy discussions throughout the world. One of the most influential reports of the era was the Global 2000 report prepared during the Carter administration. The report examined long-term trends involving population growth, natural resources, agriculture, and future food demand. The challenge was straightforward. How do you feed a growing population? How do you produce more food without dramatically increasing farmland? The solutions involved many different approaches: improved irrigation, fertilizers, mechanization, plant breeding, higher yield crops, and eventually, new genetic technologies. The goal was not necessarily to create sweeter food. The goal was to create more food. But something interesting happened along the way. Consumers preferred sweeter fruit. Retailers preferred fruit that lasted longer. Farmers preferred crops that produced higher yields. And breeders selected for those traits. Year after year, generation after generation, over time, many fruits and vegetables began to look different. Larger strawberries, sweeter apples, bigger watermelons, more uniform produce, longer shelf life, better transportation durability. For many people, that sounds like progress, and in many ways, it was. Food production increased dramatically, agricultural productivity increased, and grocery stores gained access to produce year-round. But as these foods changed, another question emerged. Did anything else change with them? As fruits became larger, and often sweeter, could those changes have affected how our bodies respond to food? What effect, if any, might they have had on blood sugar, insulin, or long-term metabolic health? After all, rates of obesity, type 2 diabetes, and metabolic disease have increased significantly over recent decades. But so have many other things. Ultra-processed food consumption, added sugars, snacking frequency, sedentary lifestyles, food marketing, and total calorie consumption. So are these trends connected, or are they simply occurring at the same time? The answer isn't entirely clear. Researchers can measure the food. They can measure nutrients. They can compare crops. But proving how changes in food production affect entire populations over decades is far more difficult. Some researchers have explored nutrient density changes in crops. Others have studied sugar content, yield increases, and agricultural productivity. But surprisingly little long-term research directly compares the health outcomes of people eating historical varieties versus modern varieties over generations. And that leaves us with an important question. If our food changed, if our farming changed, if our food supply changed, what effect, if any, did those changes have on us? Did the answers lie in the food itself, or somewhere else entirely? Because the story of modern food doesn't end in the fields. It continues in factories, supermarkets, school cafeterias, government policies, nutrition guidelines, and eventually, on our plates. Today's facts can become tomorrow's fallacies. Good health leaves clues. Success leaves clues. And that's exactly what we'll continue investigating. This is Carnivore Found Me, researching how modern food changed us. Before we wrap up, a quick note. This video draws from historical reports, agricultural research, government publications, and academic studies examining food production, crop breeding, agricultural policy, and long-term nutrition trends. As always, viewers are encouraged to review the evidence for themselves. Full sources and references are available in the video description. If you found this investigation valuable, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and leave a comment below. What do you think? Have modern fruits and vegetables changed enough to impact human health? Or are other factors driving today's metabolic challenges? I'd love to hear your perspective. This is Carnivore Found Me, researching how modern food changed us.